Hey, it's Clay Trader at claytrader.com. Obviously, I am not at the chalkboard right now. This video I want to get a little interactive, so we are outside in my front yard. Also, excuse the attire. You know, when you trade from home, when you're your own boss and there's no dress code or anything like that, you can wear whatever you want. And to be honest, usually I wear less than this, but I don't want to get the cops called on me, so I figured, hey, I better put on some clothes. So today's topic is just answering a question in what I think is a very basic way, but you see it all the time: is stock trading gambling? People say, wait a second, you hold on a stock for just a few minutes and then you sell? Wait, you're telling me you're looking to buy a stock and then sell it 2 hours later? Wait, you only hold a stock for 1 week? No, you're supposed to put money in a 401k, you're supposed to put in an IRA, and then you just let, the next 30 years go by, all hand off. That trading stuff is very just speculative. It's all gambling, no control over it. It's just, it's very risky. So the thing is that most people don't realize is we are all trained, we all learn how to trade as children. In fact, it's probably one of the first things we learn how to do. And you're maybe thinking, well, how is this possible? What are you talking about? I just got started with trading. Well, trading, and the reason it is not gambling, is because you can gain an edge. Think about it. When you go and cross the street, there's a couple different things you could do. So the first time, this is my driveway, this isn't the street, but I'm gonna so put on your imagination cap. I'm about to cross the street. Okay, so watch carefully. What do I do here? All right, now let's try another time. Now what do I do when I cross the street? All right, so what was the difference there? The difference is the thing we learn as children. Look both ways before you cross the street. But why are we taught that? Why are we taught to look both ways before we cross the street? Because it's a rule that gives us an edge. An edge over what? An edge over getting killed or getting severely harmed. And that's all trading is. Trading has strategies and has rules. And if you follow the rules, you get an edge, and you are not guaranteed to not lose money, but you can tilt things in your favor. Just like if I look both ways, I'm still not guaranteed to not get hit by a car. I could trip on the ground and fall and then get hit, or something crazy could happen. There's no such thing as a guarantee. However, I vastly improve my odds of not getting hit by a car by just looking both ways. And that is how trading works too. There are rules, there are strategies. Now granted, you have to teach yourself, just like you have to learn to look both ways. You have to learn to apply rules. You have to learn what these rules are. But once you learn them, it can be applied and you gain an edge. And gaining an edge is what it's all about. For me, my looking both ways in the stock market is through technical analysis and charts. And that's what I teach. And that's what makes sense in my mind. So whether or not you want to use charts or maybe another means, that's up to you. But the point being is you have to have rules. A lot of people will come back and say, well, you look at the stats, only 10% of people that trade actually succeed and make money, or whatever the current stats are. Well, first off, 10%, that still shows that it can be done. But how can it be done? It can be done with rules. There's professional poker players. How do people that play poker, the same ones, always get deep into the tournament? Because poker is all about rules and gaining an edge. All those poker players have rules in their heads. They're following different things, except it's not trading, it's poker. It's not crossing the street, it's poker. The same for stock trading. You can gain an edge, and it's not your fault, it's not my fault that 90% of the people decide, hey, I don't want to look both ways before I cross the street. I'm just going to get hit by a car. Most people that trade stocks do get hit by a car because they don't have rules, or they don't follow the rules, or they just never bother to even learn. They don't want to invest into education. They don't want to invest to learn the rules of how to look both ways. So is stock trading gambling? Yes, for most people it is. Why? Because they don't look both ways before they cross the street. However, learn rules, learn strategies, invest into your education, look both ways, and it becomes a much safer thing to do. So I hope all that makes sense, and just remember, before you're about to enter into a trade, ask yourself, am I looking both ways? And you're saying, well, not really, I'm just kind of randomly buying. Well, then you know what? That's a good sign that you don't have any rules in place, you don't have a strategy in place. And that is the first and foremost thing and step in the direction that you want to take. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I want you to do a couple things. First, just click the like button down below if you're watching this on YouTube. Little things like that go a long way. If you're watching this on my website, then leave a comment below. Like I said, take a few seconds, and little things like that go a long way. It shows that you're interested in finding these videos helpful, and I'll keep making them as long as that's the case. So click the like button or leave a comment. Also, Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That'll keep you up to date on these quick tip videos, my live trade videos, and then just general chart analysis videos that I'm doing. And that way you can just keep up to date with all that that is going on around here. So thank you again for watching. Remember, look both ways before you cross the street and trade without emotion.